Hi, I'm Scott with Marc's Mobility. Today I'm going to show you how to change the colored shrouds on the Jazzy EVO 614 HD power chair. Stay tuned. So to change the shrouds on this chair, either maybe you want to replace them or you're getting a second color, or maybe you're building your chair for the first time and you want to know how to put these on. I'll show you. If you are building the chair, you might want to skip ahead a little bit. But if you are replacing the shrouds, first thing we're going to do is take the seat off. So in order to do that, I'm going to turn the power off and then follow our power cable and then unplug it from the base of the chair. That way it's not going to be attached to the chair when we take the seat off. Next, I'm going to fold the seat down. And then from here, push this handle forward so that the seat starts to swivel. Once the seat starts to swivel like that, it is unlocked and we can lift it straight up. It will not lift while it's locked like that. So swivel and then lift straight up. And now it's out of the way. So from here we have access to our colored shrouds. So first I'm going to start with these shrouds on the base. I'm going to start by taking this rear end off. I'm going to loosen. There's two yellow knobs on the back here. So we're just going to keep going until this plate pops out. This is also how you access the batteries. So very similar process here. And I'm going to start with this main shroud. So this is being held in place by two Phillips screws. We're going to loosen these. Just one on each side. And from here, you're going to push the shroud forward just a little bit and then up. And that's how you take the shroud off. As you can see, you have access to the batteries as well. If you are building this unit for the first time, these screws are going to already be in here. There just will not be a shroud attached. So then from here, take those two screws out. Then this shroud goes up front. There's two hooks right here that go right there. Then also you have your main power cable. You want to put that through the hole first. Then push those two hooks down. And then slide it back. From here, we will just reattach these two screws. You might have to shift it around a little bit to get it to line up. Then we'll tighten these two screws again. Next, we're going to cover this rear shroud right here because this comes off as well. So this rear shroud is held in place by four Phillips screws underneath here. If you're building this chair for the first time, these four screws are going to be in your owner's manual in a little Ziploc bag. If you're replacing the shroud, obviously that's not the case, they're already installed. But we're going to take our Phillips screwdriver and then undo these top two to take it off. They are a lot smaller than the other screws, just keep track of them, you don't want to lose them. Now, unfortunately, these back two screws, you really can't get a screwdriver to very well. You can kind of get to it if you go through here, if you have a long enough screwdriver, but it is a little awkward to get to. Luckily, I was able to get to it this time. Worst case, if you have a small screwdriver or even like a socket set screwdriver, you can do it by hand. But you can sometimes stick the screwdriver underneath this bar and access these. It will be at a slight angle. There we go, our screws are out. This shroud just pops out. You'll take your new shroud, line it up. You might have to shift it around a little bit or flex it a little bit to make sure it lines up, but it will line up. And then pretty much the same process, but in reverse. We'll put our four screws in. And then go ahead and tighten them up. All right, so I have my four screws back in. I will say if you're on like a hard surface like this solid ground, don't try to put the screws in like this. You will scratch the shroud, just as a warning. So now we've replaced the front shroud and this rear shroud. We'll just put this back on. It just lines up like in there. Then these two yellow screws line up right in these screw holes right there. So we'll put that back on. As we tighten it, you'll see it line up. There we go. The last shroud to replace is the tires. So these shrouds are by far the easiest to change. If you're building this unit brand new, they will be included with your other shrouds. If you're changing them, all you'll need is a Phillips screwdriver and in one of these little cutaways here, you just pop it out. Very easy. If you do need to change the tires, that gives you access to your the bolt holding the tires on. In order to put these back in, they just snap in. There's not really a correct way. They can go either direction. So you line them up and snap them back in. So now that the shrouds have been replaced, I got the seat back on. I got help off camera to get the seat back on. This is a very large seat. This is the 22-inch wide. I didn't want to risk damaging the unit or myself, so I would recommend getting help. If you have the 18-inch seat, you might be able to do it yourself, but I do recommend help. Once your seat's back on, we'll go ahead and plug our power cord back in. Don't want to forget that. And there we go. So that is how you replace the shrouds on the Jazzy EVO 614 HD power chair. If you like this unit, or if you like this video, or if you just have any other questions, feel free to give us a call, and thank you for watching.
Hi, I'm Mark.
And my name is Alex. We're co-owners of Marc's Mobility.
I started this company in 1995.
We sell many products, not just what you see in this video. If you have any questions or concerns, please call us at the number below at 800-677-6293. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.